Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea Tranquility. That's right, it's Wednesday. It's new product review day. Today we've got a bunch of different things for you. We got some music, we got some books. This particular one is a book, brand new, hot off the presses. It's called An Adventure in 8 Tracks, Unspooled by Tim Durling, with a foreword by Martin Popoff. Yes, that is correct. This is a book all about 8 tracks. Deep dive into the art of collecting music and memorabilia, the grime and gunk of crate digging, and maybe a little education too. So Tim Durling, perhaps you've seen him on his own channel, Tim's Vinyl Confessions. He's got a YouTube channel called Tim's Vinyl Confessions. He's also a frequent guest on The Contrarians. Okay, obviously that very cool YouTube channel that Martin Popoff is on. He also appears on Rush Fans, the Rush Fans YouTube channel. All right, and he's from Canada as well. So Tim is a voracious 8-track collector. So, and this is his book. Over 30 years of collecting and want to gain as much information about 8 tracks as possible has resulted in his first ever book. And it's a pretty cool one. And I will say right off the bat, I never in my life have owned an 8-track or an 8-track player, ever. With all the other stuff that I collect, I never really got into 8-tracks. However, one of our loyal viewers has sent me this not that long ago, which I will show, which is the only 8-track in my collection right now. And this is The Grand Illusion by Styx, an old Columbia house. All right, so here we'll take this out of the box. There you have it. This is what an 8-track looks like, folks, for those of you who have never owned one. Maybe some of you younger folks who are watching are wondering what the deal is with 8-tracks. Well, you get 4 tracks on here. Program 1, 946, The Grand Illusion, Miss America. Program 2, 946, Superstars, Man in the Wilderness. Program 3, 946, Come Sail Away in Castle Walls Part 1. Program 4, 946, Castle Walls Part 2. Fooling Yourself, The Angry Young Man, and the grand finale, right? So kind of a little out of order than what we remember from the LP or the CD, right? But that was the whole thing with 8-tracks. They had to fit like a certain amount of stuff on each track, right? And they did it in weird ways. Sometimes you had songs that were cut off or out of order, however they can get them on there. So I'm actually going to be gifting this to my good friend Jim Bakke, who also appears on the channel, also from Hitman and various other bands. I'm actually going to be seeing him in a couple weeks as he's coming. His old band Hitman is opening up for Queensryche at a local show in the Hudson Valley in just a few weeks. And I want to give this to someone who actually has an 8-track collection who might be looking for this particular one. So while loyal viewer, thank you for sending this to me, but I'm actually going to give it to someone who I think really, really wants it and could do something with it. So yeah. So back to the book. And Tim, I just wanted you to see that to let you know that I do actually have one at the moment. But yes, I've never owned any 8-tracks, but I had plenty of friends who did. And I think looking through this, even if you've never owned any 8-tracks or an 8-track player, but you just love classic albums, this is still a really cool, fun read. So there you have like a whole bunch of really neat ones. Like I said, you got a nice foreword from Martin. Table of contents, he basically takes you through like a bunch of years, 81 through 88, is that as far as this goes? I think, yeah. And he talks a lot about how the production of 8-tracks changed over time, and mainly it became like a record club thing after the major labels stopped producing albums in 8-track format. It was mostly, LPs and cassettes, and then when the LPs started phasing out, you had CDs. So the production of 8-tracks started to dwindle as the 80s went by. So, but and you get pictures of Tim all throughout his childhood, which is kind of cool, and he talks about some of the bands he was into and things like that, which kind of cool. You got to have that, right? So it's basically like a year-by-year look, and he references lots of like albums and album titles, and he talks about, right there, like Journey, Escape. He's got in basically every format possible. What else? There's a lot of cool pictures in here. Again, I don't want to show the whole thing because you do want to check this out. But here, this is kind of like the breakdown. Lots of pictures of the 8-tracks that are in his collection. He talks a lot about his hunting of 8-tracks and going to different stores and shows and things like that. Here you've got the different 8-track cartridges being released by year. Okay, and the label breakdowns. Let's see what else we got here. Here, of course, is Third Stage by Boston. What makes this great is all the different stories, and he's got like little interview snippets from other people who are 8-track collectors or who have interest in 8-tracks, and they tell their little stories as well. Here's like a little portable player, it's pretty neat. What else we got here? Look at this, the first Kiss album on 8-track. So again, even though I never collected or had any 8-tracks, I love hearing these kind of personal stories because I think that's what makes being a music fan and a music collector or a collector of anything makes it so fascinating, is that all of us can kind of relate to each other by the stories we tell and the stories we have with the medium, with 8-tracks, with albums, with CDs, with Blu-rays, DVDs, whatever it might be, comic books, instruments, the whole art of collecting is just a wonderful thing. Here we got a bunch of Aerosmith 8-tracks. Got the rock and rolls again. Elvis in here. I mean, it was a fun read, and it's not an enormous book, so you can get through this in like an afternoon. But definitely good pictures, and if you're an 8-track collector, you absolutely need to have this. And maybe he'll send you some bookmarks. He's got all sorts of fun things that. And I believe it's only in hardcover right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if this is going to be created for paperback at some point. But yeah, so check it out. It's a really cool book. Like I said, Unspooled. Look it up. I'm trying to get information on where you can order this from. It's by Go North Designs, but just look it up on. I'll try and find a link for everybody. I'll put it down in the comments below. So Unspooled-An Adventure in 8-tracks by Tim Durling. Cool, fun little book if you are a collector of 8-tracks, or just you're a music nerd like me and like Tim and just like collecting stuff. There's a lot of really good stories here, a lot of good pictures and things like that. So go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. Stay tuned for more stuff. Speaking of books, I've got 2 of Martin's visual guides, visual biographies. We're going to talk about one today and one next week. So I've got the Judas Priest one that's coming right at you next. So stay tuned for that. And we got some new album reviews as well happening today. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon. Bye-bye.